Welcome to the Buff Show. Today we got a quick little market update for you. So we do these every month. Today we're in June and we're reviewing May. So got Ben Larson here with me. It's gonna be a good one.
Yep.
So we're just gonna jump into it. So new listings. Again, we like to compare May of last year to May of this year and seeing what happened. So May of 2022, new listings. So this is a count of the properties that have been newly listed on the market in any given month. There were 6,986 new listings on the market in May of 2022. This year, we're down 24% to 5,288, which is interesting. We're just a little bit lower than 2021. So I don't know. 2022 was crazy high. But we're kind of, we're similar to 2021.
Right. So I've got pending sales. So a count of properties on which offers have been accepted in a given month. So they've been accepted, but they haven't closed yet. So in May of 2022, we had 4,395 offers that were pending. And in May of 2023, we had 3,579. So we have almost 1,000 less year over year. So
Dang, 18%.
80% less.
And
So
it's
that
interesting.
went down.
2021 went down 17%. 2022 went down 11%. Now we're down 18%. Like it keeps dropping.
Yep, it keeps dropping.
The peak of 2020 was like really the peak of it. We had almost like 6,000 homes going under contract in a given month.
Every month.
It's
That's crazy. That's a lot of
That is
inventory moving.
So much moving. That's when things were
Yeah, it's
just
just
like going like
movement.
hotcakes. All right, closed sales. So we closed sales in May of 2022, 4,585, down 1% from 2021. And today we are down 19% from 2022. So we are at 3,702 closed sales. So this is the count of actual sales closed in any given month. So we're down quite a bit. Because it's interesting, because when we get to our inventory, like our new listings are down, our under contracts are down, and our closed sales are down, but our inventory is actually going up.
Yep.
And that's why, because even though we're getting less new listings, there's actually more available because less are selling.
We're just not moving them. They're coming on slower, but they're not moving at all.
Yeah.
So I've got days on market and tell sell. This is a big one. Everyone looks at days on market. So in 2022 in May, average of 19 days. So like quick, like that's fast. That's basically you're only waiting for that long to get offers in. So in 2023 in May, we were up on the number of days on market to 51 days on average. So, and I see that number just going to continue to increase as the months go on. So 51 days, that's the average. So all you sellers out there, don't stress that 30 days you haven't seen anything yet, because the average is 51 across the state.
And just plan to be on if you want to sell by like fall time, now's the time to start getting your house up and ready to sell. Like some of them go quicker. I would say in our office, we're beating that number.
Yeah, we are. Oh, and that is not outrageous either, you guys. Like 51 days, like that's a healthy time for people to actually go and shop for homes. You remember on all these numbers, we're comparing anomalies the last couple of years to we're getting to a healthier market. It's still weird with the interest, but 51 days isn't to fret over,
No, like we're well under what it was in 2011, 12, 13. Like even 51 days is still way down, as you'll see in the graph. Like we're way down from previous years.
Right.
Okay, median sales price. This is always a big one. Point at which half the sales sold for more and half sold for less, not accounting for seller concessions in any given month. So in 2022, median sales price in Utah was $540,000. In 2023, it's $490,000. So we're down a solid 10%.
Yeah.
9.3,
but
3%.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Which we're down 10%, but we grew an average of 20 to 25 year over year. So that's not horrible.
No, like if you look at what we appreciated in 2021, 30%, 2022, 24%. So just like massive spikes. And it's interesting that we're actually trending upwards. Like January was like actually the bottom, and now we're like actually jumping up.
Right.
So
we corrected, but we didn't. It's definitely not ever going to catch up to what we appreciated. So
yeah.
So your average sell price. We just talked about the median sell price. The average is a little bit different. It takes all the sell prices, even the crazy ones, high and low, and puts them together. So in 2022 of May, your average sale price was 665,000, and this year in 2023 in May it's 610,000. So pretty close on the same amount of drop of about 8.2%. Just two different ways to look at the same number, but
Yeah.
Slight correction, but like we said, since January, that average price has been climbing back up. So by the end of the year, it might just be an even, kind of a flat
Right.
line on the appreciation.
I'm actually seeing like some of my listings, like even Steven, compared to some of the past months, others are actually like starting to trend upwards. So like we have one right now where a neighbor sold next door for, what was it? It was like 405 and we're under contract at 435. So
Right.
like,
I think a lot of that is you're seeing people jump off the fence,
yeah.
and that's what's kind of sparking the the FOMO.
Right. Okay. Percentage of original list price received. So this is basically how much are sellers getting of their asking price. So in 2022, it was 102%. People are getting over their asking price. In 2023, 97%. So we're down roughly 5%. So if you're a seller, expect to be haggled with a little bit. Like
Right.
expect for people to ask for some concessions and stuff like
Right.
that.
Buyers are in short supply right now, so they've got a little bit of a foothold. Just keep
Yeah.
that in mind. All right, housing affordability index, take 3. Higher the number, the more affordable. Lower the number, the less affordable. And your baseline's at 100%. So medium household income at 100% and medium house price at 100%, you can qualify for a median house with a medium household income. So last year in 2022, it was an index of 72, meaning that it's not very affordable. You had to have quite a bit more than the median household income to afford a median sales price. This year, it's actually gone down 1 point on the index to a 71. So obviously, because rates have gone up, it's become a little bit less affordable. So we're at a 71 index, so we're down like 1.4%
Yeah.
on affordability.
It's hard for it to get any lower.
I mean, you can't because,
Like nothing's affordable. Yeah.
I mean,
and that's
it can go lower. It's just not, we're not going to have any data because no one's going to be buying and selling houses.
basically it's unaffordable right now to buy
Right.
a house. So if you look at the graph back in 2020, that's when it was a little bit more steady. And like if you look back into 2020 or 2012, like it was way affordable back then. Like that's when 2014 is when I bought my first house, and it was like
The peak of affordability.
it was nice. Well, it'd come down some, but yeah, right now it's tough, and
Right.
it's all due to interest rates. Like 2021, we had some good interest rates. 2022, that's when interest rates started to go up, and it really messed with the
Well,
affordability.
And really looking at this overall graph right now, in the past 15 years plus, we haven't been this low on the affordability index. So
Right.
it's hard right now.
It is tough. You got inflation, you have interest rates, home
don't-
prices.
Don't get discouraged.
Yeah, we're all
feeling it.
you just got to get creative, really. So, inventory of homes for sale. This is the number of properties available for sale in active status at the end of a given month. So, May of 2022, there were 8,544 homes for sale at the end of May. In 2023, 9,318 homes for sale. So, we're up 9% there. If you look back at 2021, it was only 4,800, which is crazy. So,
Because they were getting bought so fast.
yeah.
Not because it was slow.
Right. It was just insane. So we have way more homes to pick from. 2020 and 2021 sucked because like you could not pick the house you wanted. Like you just were lucky to get
To
one.
find one, yeah.
Now you can actually shop around and it's nicer that way.
Right. So month supply of inventory, okay? The inventory of homes for sale at the end of a given month divided by the average monthly pending sales from the last 12. So this is one of the ones that we talk about, a buyer-seller's market. You have to
Yeah.
have 6 months of inventory on the market in order to be considered a buyer's market.
Yeah.
And anything under that of 6 months is a seller's market.
And this is taking all of Utah. I think there are little pockets. There definitely are pockets. Like if you did Morgan or Ogden Valley, like you look at the month supply of inventory there, and like
Yeah.
it shifts around like crazy.
Yeah.
So some markets might be more of a buyer's market. This is like Utah in general. We're still in a seller's market.
For sure, yeah. Micro markets are all over. So
Yeah.
So last year, 2022 of May, we had 1.9 months of inventory. So it'd take 1.9 months to be able to sell all the inventory if we didn't have any more come on. This year in 2023, we have 2.9 months of inventory. So we're moving toward that buyer's market, but we're still quite a ways away to be a true buyer's market.
It is making it nice, so a lot more
yes.
homes to,
You can actually shop and look for what you want.
and that's it.
That's
What we got. So maybe we can just dive into what we're seeing with some of our listings and buyers right now. Let's see. The past month, I've had a few transactions, a few listings. Like we had a buyer fall through on like a really nice home in Eden, and before even putting it back active, like this is over $1.5 million property. We had it under contract before it even hit the market again, which was
Right.
crazy. I had another house in Ogden, it was like a $700,000 house, and I had buyers offering on that, and there were like 3 or 4 offers on the table. We had to do an escalation clause on that one. It's been funny, like
That's crazy
There-
in this times.
yeah. And then there was even another house that was a luxury home that we were throwing in escalation clauses, like competing with other buyers. So I wouldn't say like some homes take longer. I had a entry level home in Kaysville that I'm like, oh, we're gonna get 10 or 12
Bombarded
offers.
on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And we just got one, and we ended up having to go a little bit under list. So it's kind of hit and miss. You don't know exactly how it's going to be. What are you seeing?
Well, to be right honest, as far as that goes, yeah, every house is unique and they're all going to sell different. And
Yeah.
I think one other thing sellers really need to keep in mind is reality of price. You know, it's changes, and it's changing year by year. You know, 2 years ago you could get whatever you want. Now you really have to understand that it's going to take a while. You might have to concess on some different things. However, my thoughts on the market right now is it's hard to buy, right?
Yeah.
So if you are a buyer, get out there, get after it, because the prices are softening. I think the second rates soften up and it becomes easier to buy, we're gonna skyrocket back on price again. I don't know.
Right.
I think right now is the best time to buy for the overall value of the home. It's just going to be harder with the rates. You really
Yeah.
got to look at creative financing, that kind of stuff. But I would rather pay personally. I'd rather pay 2% more on interest and get $100,000 less on the house.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm
know.
with you there, because you can always refinance like
Exactly.
that. The rates will fluctuate.
And we need to find out what that is. Like, hey, what's that break even point? Like, I pay an extra 2%, but I can get it for 50 grand cheaper.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it just varies deal to deal.
deal the deal.
Because yeah, I mean we're all still buying stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can never really sit out of a market entirely. Like the second you quit playing the game, you're just
Dead in the
like,
water.
You're dead in the water.
You've
there's
lost your traction.
there's people in our office that are still crushing it, like investors and buyers and sellers on deals. If you step out of the game, you're going to lose 100%.
Yep.
So I think it's not a matter of like, should I buy or not buy now? It's if you're ready, are you ready to get in the game? And if you are, get in the game and get creative with the solutions and figure out how to make it work. Every market changes.
And even if you're not in the game, if you're just, hey, I want to sell and buy a different house just for personal use, like, it's going to take a second. So be patient, understand that. Don't go in with thinking you're going to sell it overnight. Like,
Yeah.
really look at your options before you sell. Let's talk.
So the hardest part in this market right now with the buy and sell combos is you have people that have a house that they want to sell in order to buy, another house that they want to own, their dream home or whatever, and the interest rates are just crushing people. Like people are more incentivized by the rate than like chasing their dream house, because by the time they buy this other house and lock in a 6 or 7% interest rate, like their payments are going to like double or triple.
Yep.
And I think that's hard for people to swallow. But if there's ways that you can get creative with it, there's 2-1 buy downs, house hack, a bunch of other stuff that you can do.
So just one last note too. I'm going to be doom and gloom on you guys here. We're not going to see super low rates again, and I personally, I don't think that at all. So smart moves right now, as well as actually get moving, because if you wait on the fence with everybody else, you're just going to be that far behind again. Like, if you didn't take advantage of it when it was here, I think you missed the bus. And if you did, awesome, but you got to keep going. So,
And everybody is like, oh, the market's crazy right now. I think I'm going to wait for it to calm down. And like, nobody has that crystal ball.
Right.
Nobody.
I don't think it's ever going to calm down.
No.
there's too much want in Utah right
Yeah.
now. We're
Too much
in a
demand.
shortage of housing, so it's
One with the growth and like what everything that's happening in Utah, it's not going to change. And you got inflation and all these other things. Like, it's just you step out of the game and you'll just find yourself renting forever.
Right.
So figure out how to make it happen. Set your goals and get out there and make it happen.
sure.
So, anything else you want to add?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. Till
That's
next
it.
time, guys.
I love you.